Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm going to be talking about anime defenders. Hey, what's up, the letter F? This game has 130,000 players last time I checked. So if you're not playing this game, that's kind of funny, right? But I want to talk a bit about the farming. I just want to preface a few things beforehand, right? First off, this video is not that important. I'd say you only watch it if you want to min-max stuff. Economy is not something that is important right now. I am predicting that it's going to be important later when raids drop, because raids tend to be 15, 20, 25 waves, and they tend to be pretty difficult, right? But for right now, story and challenges are really easy. I beat them without mythicals, and I had like level 10 legendaries, right? So I'm just putting that out there. And second, the Google Sheets for this video is going to be in the description. You can look at that if you want. It's much more compact. It gives you basically all the information that you would ever ask for. The difference between the spreadsheet and the video is two things, right? First off, you are supporting me by watching the video. You are giving watch time. You are showing YouTube that videos like these, this should be seen by other people, right? Number two, I'm going to be adding a lot more context that you might not use, but you might. So you could stick around, and I would appreciate that, right? So let's just get into it. So first I want to talk about this thing right here. You get 300 money per wave, and then for each wave after that you get 300 more. So what I mean is you get 300, and then you get 600, then 900, and 1200, and then it caps out at 2,250. I don't really know why, but it's just like that. So I just wanted to bring that up because it's pretty important, right? Now we have these two economy units. Now which one's the best? The answer is it doesn't really matter. Generally speaking, you want to be using both of them. You get so much money, and you have so much money to spend, right? And you need to spend a lot of that money. Most of the time, you're not going to be maxing out your stuff. So have both of them around. They're both very efficient up to specific points. So I want to talk about this real quick, waves for 0% ROI. It basically means how many waves it'll take for you to cut even or go slightly above the initial cost that you're paying. So this little net profit thing here, you're basically asking how many waves does it take for this net profit to be greater than the cost, right? So if it's wave 14 and I put down this Bulma and I only get 200 out of this and I spent 550 for it, probably wasn't the best investment. And if I put this Bulma down wave 1 and then I get like, what is that? Like 200 times 14, so 2,800. That's a lot more than 550. I made my money back, right? Same thing for Bocchi over here. You're gonna notice that these upgrades are kind of shit. More waves is bad because it's a longer time for you to make your money back. So obviously that means that the ratios suck dick. You can actually see the ratios for net profit to cost, right? So a good example is this one. 750 is a quarter of 3,000. So that's why it takes 4 waves, and that's why it's a 0.25 ratio from net profit to cost. If you don't get it, that's fine. You don't really need to. I just put it there because it's important, kind of. When it comes to just like, you know, smoothing out the statistics. Yeah. Generally speaking, you should only be using the first 4 upgrades of Bocchi, and then you can focus on Bulma after the fact, because everything after this is less efficient than whatever Bulma has going on. Sometimes things happen and you would rather get this upgrade on Bocchi than you would on like these upgrades on Bulma, but that never really happens just because these cost so much. It's just like most of the time, like, just don't bother. Just don't use these upgrades unless you're doing infinite, or if you have the money and your Bulma's are already maxed out. Midas Touch, nothing really changes. You get a lot of money and you can scale faster, and that's really cool, but it doesn't really change anything over here. I think sometimes it will. Like for these it'll change, right? But it's negligible. And also if you have 30% from double Midas Touch on your units, then like, do you even care? You probably already have max damage. You could probably solo like the entire game with like an unupgraded like free run or something, you know? When should you stop upgrading? One thing, okay? You're gonna take anything away from this video. Make sure to sell your Bulma at wave 15. It's just free money. You're not gonna use it for anything else. So like, what are you gonna use it for, huh? You're just gonna leave her there? Just sell her, okay? It's free money. So what happens if you do sell her? Well, the main thing is that you will no longer have to worry about this. This no longer exists. You can cross this out of your mind. It doesn't exist anymore, right? As long as you place down Bulma at wave 13, you are chilling, right? Now, should you be placing Bulma before wave 13? Absolutely. It only gets better the earlier you place her, right? It's just like security, you know? If you're worried, like, hey, I have this last upgrade that I haven't gotten yet. Should I get it? It's wave 12. Like, is it worth it? Yes. Yes, it is. As long as you sell her at the end. Bocchi's kind of interesting. Even if you do sell her, her prices are still all fucked up. So the last 3 upgrades are still going to be at wave 11. So that means it'll take 4 waves to get to 0% ROI. But the first 4 upgrades are just fine. If you don't sell Bocchi, this is kind of what it looks like. Yeah, just don't go past this. This is the no-no zone. You know what I mean? Now, should you be selling Bocchi? That's kind of for you to decide. A lot of the times, if someone else already has a Bocchi set up, you can loop the Bocchi buff, but it doesn't really happen that often. If you don't know, Bocchi does a 20% damage buff, which is good. It's nothing crazy. It's not like ASDD crazy, but it's pretty good. It's all right. But if you sell her, like a lot of the times, like you don't really get much value out of it. I think that's just something that you're gonna have to see for yourself, right? Anyway, I have this little template here that you can use if you want to. It's just a quick 7-wave guide on the best possible upgrades for the units that you have. This is not including Midas Touch. I have this little disclaimer here. This is just assuming you're hard farming, and that's the reason it only goes up to wave 7. Because after wave 7, if you are still hard farming, you can figure that shit out on your own. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why you're doing that. That's weird. Now this last thing here. This is kind of just a more generic thing. Just make sure you make purchases that give you profit. This is what the statistics are just proving, right? These are telling you, hey, don't upgrade Bulma on wave 14. And I'm giving this text to you to say, hey, don't upgrade Bulma on wave 14 because that's not worth it. You lose money, so stop. Okay, it's not worth it. Okay, because it's not. So don't do it. It's just that simple, right? The same thing for real life. Okay, if you are buying high, selling low, you're an idiot. That's what this is. Okay, don't buy high, sell low. Buy low, sell high. That's like the economy is like the same ultimately in every game. You want more money, right? So this is how you get more money. That's about it for this video. Again, Google Sheets are in the description if you want to look over. I know I've been like scrolling around and stuff like that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. And don't forget, I actually ate garlic toast this morning, so I am in fact a cannibal. But let's just like move past that, right? That's just like in the past. Just don't eat toast because you'll be a cannibal, and also I won't like you. Okay.